Welcome to Whole Being Health, Function, Vitality, and Mastery. So today's topic, we are going to be discussing something that is really strange to have to even discuss today, but it's very pertinent to today. It's hard to be nice. It really isn't, but so many people today act like it's so hard to be nice. You know, what we're talking about here. Let's give you a few examples. So sometimes, you know, I'm driving in traffic, and as I'm driving, and a lot of you will have experienced this, you know, someone is trying to get right of way, or someone is kind of stuck in traffic and they require you to kind of flash your lights and let them in. However the scenario works itself out, or, you know, you need to reverse backwards so they can get past, and if you don't reverse, they'll be stuck there for a while. They give you this look, the person requiring this action, they give you this look like, please let me in, I'm about to die, please let me in here. You let them in, and you know what they do next, right? You know, people watching this video, you're like, yeah, I know what they do next. They totally ignore you, carry on like you don't exist, and even sometimes look angrily at you for actually letting them in. And I'm like, you know, you could have just done this. Wow, that was so hard, it hurt my shoulder. That effort, oh my gosh. No, it's easy. Or if you're, you know, in your car, use one finger, flash your light in acknowledgement of your action of reversing or pulling over or stopping to let them in. But nowadays, and you know, I know from my own experience, if I'm, you know, stuck at a point where I can either go forward or I can just be nice and pause and let 5 or 6 cars go by, I know from my own experience, if 2 of those people that I let in say thank you, it's a surprise. And I remember once one of my female friends said to me, it's a surprise. Don't be surprised when someone does something bad. Be surprised when they do something good. That's the world we're in today, isn't that bad? It's so hard to be nice. So, you know, sometimes I'll give you this. Actually, give you this story about just the human nature. It's not human nature. You know, I always talk about it in my videos. If you've seen some of my other videos before, I always talk about the difference between normal and common. It's normal to be nice. It's common for you not to be nice. Common isn't normal. So I'm going to share this story. I remember I was watching on the news, and I stopped watching the news years ago, but this was probably about 6 years ago when I was watching the news. And they were discussing some Chinese lady who was on a dual carriageway, just on the edge. So she was not on the pavement, but like slightly in the road, so she could obscure traffic. She was badly injured. And dual carriageways are busy. You know, we're talking about probably, she was there for 40 minutes. And so, I don't know, we're looking at hundreds, if not thousands of cars that would have had to driven past her. And it was 40 minutes of footage that they'd captured on the CCTV by this time. They showed cars, so if this was her laying on the ground, they showed cars that would actually drive around her and continue, and it would keep 40 minutes of people driving around her before anyone would stop. They even showed a bus pause and have to wait to force itself into the next lane because buses are so big to get around her and continue its journey. 40 minutes it took for someone to stop their car and help her. Just think about that, just process that for a minute. How many hundreds or thousands of people did it take for someone to stop her? Now, you know, sometimes we don't want to get involved in a situation like if a man is, you know, arguing with a woman and he's restraining her, and we may think, well, if I get involved, I could get hurt. You know, I could get hurt in that situation. So because of our own self-preservation, we may not want to be involved in that situation, and I understand that. But this woman, there was no danger. It wasn't any electrical pipes or anything around her. She was just on the ground by herself. There was no one around her to say, right, that there's a victim, but there's also a perpetrator or an assailant. There wasn't anything like that. So why didn't they help her? Because it's not common. Sorry, it's not normal anymore. It's just common for people to not be nice. That's a disheartening, painful thing that we have to deal with today. And another example is sometimes we all know nowadays, whether we want to vocalize it or not, we know that most people aren't nice, because sometimes if a car breaks down, you just don't even think, I'm gonna flag someone down. Because there's a reservation in your mind. Think about it. There is a reservation in your mind. You may just go out and do it immediately, so I'm gonna flag someone down, my car's broken down, I need someone to help me. But there is a reservation in your mind. You always think, I'm gonna try and flag someone down, but I know most people are just gonna drive by. Because you know that most people are negative, or most people find it hard to be nice. So if you know that, and the next person knows that, that means pretty much everyone is aware of the same conscious thought. So most people know that it's hard to be nice, because they see it within themselves also. So it's a challenge for all of us. And sometimes if you're nice and everyone else around you seems to not be nice, then you think, well, why am I being nice? So again, that stops that inherent ability of you wanting to be nice, because the people around you, being the world, aren't nice. So again, that's stopping the growth of the planet. So, the world reflects its mirror. And that's the example. What you see in the world, you harden yourself to become. Sometimes you would walk through certain areas and you put your face into what we call a stone face. You kind of create that, I'm gonna look vexed right now because I'm walking through this area. Because you just know that most people just aren't nice nowadays, and it's a sad, sad time. So, I don't want this video to just be a doom and gloom. It's more of an awareness. The prerequisite for change is awareness. Once you are aware as a society of a specific way, you then can have the prerequisite of understanding enough to possibly change. There's more steps involved in that, but it has to start from awareness. And I remember one of my friends, she said that, the world is getting so bad, and you just need to turn on the TV and watch the news for half an hour and you'll just see doom and gloom everywhere. But she was like saying, the world is getting so bad that it has to continue getting worse, because it needs to get to a stop point where most people say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm going to change. And every single person has to experience that globally for it to get so bad for change to happen. And there are a lot of good people out there. It's one of the reasons why I'm putting out videos, and there's a lot of reasons why a lot of great people on YouTube are putting out great videos, because we're all trying to wake up consciously as a planet to bring people back to the point of awareness. And once they get back to the awareness and they start making choices and they live their core values, and their core values are promoting wealth, health, vitality, and abundance, then globally we will share one thought, one accord of action. And that action creates positivity and niceness. It starts with a smile. It starts with a wave of the hand. It starts with flicking that indicator or high beam light to say thank you. It's that simple, guys. Just say thank you. It couldn't hurt. No one's gonna think any less of you if you're actually nice. So please try. I'll finish with this. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to just be nice. Stay healthy, happy, and whole. In whole being health. Peace.